Good afternoon, Samir Joshi here, of course, and wherever you're joining from, I hope you're truly excited. Okay, so first off, I'd like to do a quick sound check right here, and what a huge, amazing group we have here, and increasing by the minute. So please give me a one in the chat box if you can hear me. I'll just give 1 or 2 minutes for people to join. Okay, awesome. I see a lot of ones coming in there. Cool. Wonderful. Okay, so now here's the thing. First off, thank you very much for being so cooperative and being patient with all the login information. We've had support system issues and several other things, but we've gotten past most of them. If anybody still does not have account access for whatever crazy reason, whatever it is, we've had many people who've had email issues, so we've been sending out information to them, and we've unfortunately they've not received the information. So if you are one of them, just please leave me a message here in the chat box or on the Facebook group, and I'll make sure that support has your account created as soon as possible. So I'm hearing that I keep cutting out on Tony's PC. Is everybody else having the same issue as well? If not, then let me try to help you here. So could you please let me know? Audio is fine, sound is okay, volume and voice is perfect, says Tim. Wonderful, thank you very much, no issues. Okay, so Tony has an issue with his connectivity. Okay, crystal clear, awesome. So there are some who are saying breaking up, so it's kind of mixed. Anyway, we'll try to keep this as stable an internet connection as possible, as long as I can control it. Okay, with that said, we're obviously recording this session, and like I said last time as well, this is a value only, no pitch webinar, and not all sessions are going to be like this, because there are many of you who have asked us for growth opportunities and all, and whenever we find something that fits, we'll reach out to you and have sessions that have growth opportunities in them. So but this is not one such session, just making it clear upfront. And with that, let's dive straight into it. So I have obviously our lead guy Nick on the call, and we're going to get started with building that app in just a minute. Now, that said, what I also want to make a quick announcement as today is that many of you have said that the training is awesome, but it is really fast and maybe even a bit advanced. So what we have done is that we have put together a set of 5 or 6 videos, and we call it the QuickStart series. Now, this has already been uploaded on the YouTube channel, and what we're going to do is that we are going to also create a little playlist out of this. It's going to land on the tutorials page as well. So we are really committed to you guys getting all the information that you need from us, and we continue to make trainings as we go further. So I'll be putting that link in the Facebook group for all of you to view and go through those trainings, because they're amazing. So even if you've started with the system, if you've made your first steps and all that, these set of videos are going to be really helpful for you. Okay, so without further ado, Nick, can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, awesome. Great stuff. So take it away, Nick. We're going to build an app today. You're actually going to announce the winner as well. Yeah, so
you can
thank you very much for everybody.
I don't have his details in front of me, but I have the app information, so I'll build. You can announce the winner.
Okay, I can announce the winner. So I don't know if Ron Schmiedli is on the call today. Ron suggested that he has a client and they have it's a pizza place, a pizza business, and he'd like to build an app for them. So we discussed this internally in the team and found this to be the most suitable app to build because it has a food ordering system and a few other things that Nick is just going to talk about. Now, there was a suggestion of building, a marketing agency app. It sounded like a great idea, and even I was excited about it. But we found that we could not, touch upon many of the features that we wanted to show you guys, which is why we thought, building this one is going to be amazing. So I don't know, Ron, if I tried to reach out to you several times. If you're on the call, awesome. If not, catch the recording, because we are actually building your app for you today.
Okay, so yeah, just that being said, we were hoping to get in touch with Ron so we could get his Google developer account and upload everything into his account and have an actual app live. He was one of the guys that pasted the website information of the potential customer that he's got. So we were able to take that information and design a home screen and use the branding and that kind of stuff in the build. So that's why I think one of the reasons we also picked him. But we can transfer this app to him once we do connect with him. So
right.
Do I share my screen? How do I share my screen here?
Yeah, so what you do basically is you have the panel and it's got this big button over there, the share screen button.
Yeah.
It's like a play button.
Yeah, I see it. Nothing's happening when I'm clicking it. Give keyboard, change presenter. I apologize. I'm clicking the share screen button and nothing's happening. Okay, now I see your screen.
Yes, I know. I just wanted to make sure that it's active.
Mine is not. Full screen. Webcam audio.
Sorry guys, bear with us.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm just trying to get the have you made me a presenter?
No, you're organizer as well.
Do you want to make me, because I can't share my screen without it.
Hold on. Can you see it now?
Nope. Just
okay, check now.
Okay, now it does. So now
okay,
can we see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Is that good? You there, Samir?
Yeah, hold on. Okay. Yes. I'm getting a lot of yeses in there.
Okay.
Yes, I can see your screen now. Awesome. Okay, took a while to build up. Okay, great.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so here we go.
Go for it.
You hit the add new button. The outlet name is Main Street Pizza. Main Street Pizza. App name is the same thing. Pizza. Now I'm gonna just use Main Street Pizza. Okay, password, I'll make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Street, phone number 11. Main Street. A lot of this stuff can be changed afterwards, like the email address, for example. And I'll copy this and paste this over here. I'm not going to do it. I think I'm not going to explain all the stuff. I think we've gone over all this before, right? So I'm just building. Samir, if you want to field questions while I'm building, maybe you can let me know if there's questions. Or let me see. Okay, so everyone's clear. This is the information that we've entered. This is the app that we're building. We selected the category for pizza. It's a pizza app, pizza place app. And all the other information is there. We hit the submit button, and now it's created the app in our app list. So we come back over here, and there it is. We see it right at the top of our list. The next step is in here. We go to the create app section, and in order for to keep the thing not too long, I'm not going to fiddle with the colors. All of the stuff, the colors and that kind of stuff can be done later at a later time. So I'm going to upload the login screen images here. Hang on a second. So I'll get this up. So we've done a login screen. Now you can see the login screen shows up on our simulator here. In the build app section, I'm just checking to see if there's any features that I want. All the ones, when I selected the category for pizza, it automatically turned on the things that we thought would be applied to a pizza app. Okay, so you can still come in here and turn things on that you'd like that may not have been on. Let's see if there's anything here that I want. Ordering it. That all looks good.
Yeah, there's a good point from Michael here. I mean, we obviously don't need to repeat the first webinar training, so we're building on that. So that's actually a great point.
Okay. This is all good. So this now I've checked my features. All that's good. The publish section, I'm going to come back to this when I'm ready. I'm going to finish building the app, then I'll come back and over here in a second. So that's all good for me. Now I'm going to log in and I'm going to upload the home screen. So we go to the settings and come to the home screen. You'll notice when you select the category, it does come with a home screen image just for you guys to play with. But we're not going to use this. We're going to use the home screen image that we created. So we're hitting the add new button. The screens, by the way, were designed by one of our customers as well. I'm not sure if you've seen them on the Facebook group. He goes by the handle X Factor. He designed and gave us all the screens, so we were, saved us a little bit of time, but it's got some really nice designs.
That's absolutely amazing. So thank you very much, X Factor. If you're on this webinar or not, it's amazing if you catch the replay. Thank you so much.
So here's the home screen. The sizing is there again. I'm going to upload that into the system now. So there you go. You now see the app. So this is what the home screen is going to look like. And now what I'm going to be doing is mapping out the functionality. So I will collect locations. Actually, I should be going to the site of the place and getting. This is the website of the business. So here's the address. I'm just going to copy and paste. Copy. I'm going to come back to the locations. I will add a new location. Just copy and paste the address, and it automatically pulls up the address here. The range for the staff, we'll make it 10 meters. Location name, call it main location. The phone number is right here. We'll copy this, paste that over here. The email address is not mentioned here, so I'm just going to make it up and change it later. Main Street Pizza at gmail.com. You can put a description here if you want. You can also put a header image. I'm not doing that at this point, so I'm making this location active. And you'll see it's active here. And when I come back to the locations tab over here, now when I go source locator single, you'll see it pop up there. If I don't select this, it won't work. So I need to make sure I come in here and select that location I just created. So the location has been created. Again, I can push this, move this anywhere I want, make it as big as I want. Contact, this can be a call button. So a phone, make this call us and save. Again, I'm gonna just go to the call button here and create a phone number. Let me edit this one. So your phone number is that one. Copying and pasting. Actually, I should put a 1 in front of it. There we go. Submit. So now that's the call button. When anyone touches this area on the screen, it will automatically open up the dialer of the phone and say call. If you've got multiple numbers, it will give you a list. Let's say this location, this business had 3 locations, and if you wanted to put all 3 phone numbers there, when they click this, it would give them a list of locations to choose from. But when there's only 1 number, it goes directly to the call on the phone. So here we go. I'm going to put this here. This is an about us. Let me just see if they've got any information. They don't really have a lot of information about the business. Let me see here. Toppings. I'm trying to make this as complete as I can for these guys, but their website is not the greatest. Should have checked his website yesterday. So I'm going to leave the about us away off for now. We will add the punch card. Now, when we go to the loyalty settings, we'll see punch card here. You'll hit the add new button, and we'll call it free slice. Okay. Number of awards, we need 10. Okay. Password, we'll make it pizza. You're also able to have this redeemed. If you check this off, you'll be able to print out a QR code. And then when your customers come in, they'd be able to scan the QR code with their phones and get the stamps. I'm going to leave it off for now, but it's this way. If you leave it off, the customer has to hand the device over to the staff. The staff punches a password, and then it will give them the the stamp. So I'm going to use this icon for the punched, actually, and then I'm going to have to change the color scheme. I didn't. Let me open this with Paint. Let me see if I can invert the colors. I'll just use that. I'll save as punched. Okay. Oh, I didn't save it in the right spot. Where did I save it? PG punched. It's there. Okay. I'm not seeing it in my folder. 1 second, I must have saved it in the wrong folder. Save as, it's me on my desktop. Okay, now it should show up. There it is. So this will be the punched card. So I'm just going to change this. This is punched, and this will be not punched. Okay, so redeem limit is 0. Description will say buy 10 slices and get your 11th free. Okay, instructions, please hand your device over to our staff to get your card punched. Okay, so all that's done. I hit the submit button. Now the punch card has been created. Coming back over to my home screen and not edit, I'm gonna assign the functionality here. So the punch card is right here. Punch card single. There's the free slice punch card I just created. Let me hit the title, punch card. Hit save, that's done. And then I want to create the notifications link right here. And select notification, save, and then the food ordering. Order. And food ordering's right there. Save. The about us, I'm going to leave the about us off. I'm going to connect their website on right here. So this is going to take people right to the website. I'm able to paste the URL right here. So now I've got pretty much everything that I want on this app mapped out except for the About Us page. The About Us, what I can do is just create some information. Do we have the information tab here? Okay, no, just leave it. So we'll have to leave the About Us page here for now. So now I've got all of the functionality mapped out. So this is pretty much good to go here. What I'm going to be doing is going to the automatic campaigns autopilot. So we've got a bunch of stuff that comes set up already. So again, one of the things you get when you set these things up is all of the messaging and stuff like that. So let's go here, create a message. We miss you. Your favorite pizzeria misses you. This is, again, it's generic stuff. So you guys can come in here and brand this to the business that you're dealing with. These are automatic push notifications that will go out to your clients when a couple of triggers are hit. So right now it's saying, we have not seen you for a while. We'd love to change that. How about a complimentary drink with your purchase, next pizza? Don't wait too long, expires in 7 days. Okay, so that's great. I will leave that. I'll hit submit. There's a 60-day message. Again, 60 days. I'll just copy and paste that into the title. And you got a placeholder here. So if the customer has given the name in the profile, it'll pull his name or her name, and just spread this out a little bit. There we go. That's done. So these things are done. The welcome message. This is a welcome message. Anyone that downloads the app will get this. Copy and paste this here. I'll put to Main Street Pizza. Okay, welcome to Main Street Pizza loyalty program. We appreciate your business. Again, all this stuff can be customized to fit your business. Okay. What else can we do here? So those things are done. The automatic emails, that's next. So we've got a bunch of automatic emails that are set up here. These are things that will go out automatically by the system when the triggers will hit. Let me go back to the Autopilot for a second. So these Autopilot, how this works, basically, let's say I came in today as a customer of this Main Street Pizza business. I've made a purchase, I got a reward, I got my card stamped, whatever, I got some sort of reward. The system knows that I came in today, I made a purchase, and if I'm not back in 30 days, it will send me this push notification automatically. Similarly, if I'm not back in 60 days, it will send me this. Now we can keep adding more time intervals here. We can add a 75 day, 100 days, whatever, and customize those messages to that, to the time apart. The other trigger is if I don't even open the app for 30 days, the same message goes out. So you've got two triggers. If I come in, make a purchase, don't come back for 30 days, that happens, it goes out automatically, or if I don't even open the app. Similarly, automatic emails, same deal. If these triggers are hit, it will automatically send an email, whatever you've got customized in here. So, I've got a welcome email. Again, this stuff comes with stuff that's already in there towards a pizza place. So all you're really having to do is, customize it to your own user, your own customer. You don't have to start from scratch. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this for now. It's not live yet. And if we sell it to if you guys sell it to the customer, you can come in here and change the stuff. But this is what this stuff is. This is the stuff that needs to be updated. Who it's coming from. It would be Main Street Pizza, right? And then info at mainstreetpizza.com. So this is the kind of stuff these are the automations that happen. The welcome mails, the birthday mails, all that kind of stuff can be set up. You can deactivate something if you don't want something done. You got your, the different triggers all here. You can use whatever you want. If you want to deactivate it, just click the active button and we'll turn it to deactive. So that's done. What I'm going to do now is jump to the features. We've got the food ordering. So I'm going to add a couple of things to the menu, right? So there's something to see. So let me add a category first. I'll add a category, pizza. Okay. Now I should get an image for pizza. Go to Google, pizza. Images. So let's use this one. So we'll just save this into my folder, save image as my desktop, pizza. Okay, so now I come back to the system. I can select here, go to my folder. There's the pizza icon. It's active. We'll make another category just to show you. We'll say, I don't know, drinks. Okay, and I'll come back here, get Coke, and I will let's use this one. Save image as, same thing, call it Coke. Come back to the system, Coke. Saved. Okay, so there's two categories created. Now we can add a product. So let me I'll add a cheese pizza. Pizza, you can give it as much of a description as you want. You can select the category. It's going to go in the pizza category. Are we having any extras? So we don't have any extras. I'll come back and do the extras in a second. So let's go sizes. Yes, we have sizes. Pizzas come in sizes. So we'll go small. Let's make the small $9.99 and add another size. We'll go medium. We'll make this one $14.99. Large, make this $19.99 and one more. XL, we'll make this $24.99. Okay. Feature product means if you want this product displayed at the top of the list, you can check that, or you can also have to build your own. To build your own base with pizza, for example, you want to build your own pizza. You can start with the cheese, and then you can add all your different toppings. But I'm just going to leave these unchecked. I will add an image here, or we use the same pizza that we had before, and now we'll save this. So now you can see my cheese pizza has been created. I can add the extras over here. So let's just say extra name. We'll put pepperoni. I can't even spell that. Put green pepper. Okay, so we put green pepper. If we have, these are extras. So $1. Now, how do we get green pepper on? What if people want to order? I want half of it green pepper and half of it onion. So what we do is we basically take green pepper like this, left side. Okay, so it's going to be the same price, which makes the pizza place more money. And then we add another one. We'll say green pepper right side. Right side. And it's $1.50. So now if I'm making picking topics, I can actually customize the pizza the way that I want it. So all the toppings can be added like that: green peppers, tomatoes, onions, whatever, pepperoni, whatever you want. You could say I want it on the right or the left, and it can be done there. Okay. So in my products, I would come back to the here. I would edit this, and then the extras. Where are my extras? So I can say make these extras available on this product. So there's my pizza. We can add one more. Let's add a drink. I will call it Coke. Coke Classic. It's going to be in the category of drinks. Different sizes. There's no different sizes. We'll make the Coke $2, and we'll use the same image. Coke, save. So now we've got 2 items. We've got one in the pizza category and one in the Coke category. So essentially that's how you do it. You build it out like that. You can keep adding as many items as you want, as many different categories as you want. It's all there. The locations, so you can set up an actual location. Let's go back to their site here, and I will pick up the location. So you can create delivery locations, right? So here we go, copy this, and I'm gonna call it Main Street. Put the address in, and then the radius for delivery. So if this is the address, it's going to tell me, we only deliver within 10 miles, or whatever the thing is. We would just put in, let's say 10 miles, and hit save. And now it knows anyone that's outside of this area, outside of 10 miles, will not be able to place an order, right? So just it saves that for the thing. And then you've got things like working time, pretty self-explanatory. When you open, when you close, the days off, that kind of stuff, pretty easy to do. I'm just leaving that for now. Delivery fees, you can add delivery fees, right? So let's add a delivery fee and an order amount from 0 to $25. The delivery fee will be, $4. Add another one from $26 to $50. It'll go down to $2. Okay, so we've got 2 delivery fees. So the system knows anyone that places an order for under $25, they're going to be dinged with a $4 delivery fee. 26 to $50, $2. So you've got different delivery fees you can work with. So that's done. The other things like the vouchers and the reports and that kind of stuff, this is stuff that you can pretty easy to understand. The options, this is important. So you've got date format. You can select how the date format you want. Your time format, the date and time format, your time zone that you're in, that's important. So we are in right now, -4, first day of the week. The email, sender email for who's sending these emails. If you want to disallow delivery, like if you're not offering delivery as an option, you can just turn that off. You just hit yes, it will not allow delivery. And then you've got the labels, carry out label and the intro text that can be customized as well. So I would hit save. Orders. So where currency is US dollar, a lot of people are asking about currencies. All of the modules that we have like this have multiple currencies, okay? So that's up to you how you choose it. The amount of the minimum order, you can say, you know, I'm not gonna take an order under 10 bucks or 5 bucks, whatever you want. I'm leaving this right now. If you want to have tax, you can say 10%, you know, put your tax value in here. New orders. Now remember, this is going to be done in through the app, and also it could be done on the website. So a new order, you have the ability to say new orders that are not paid, they'll show up as pending, right? You could say, oh no, if they're not paid, I want them to be confirmed, or I don't want, no, we're not taking orders that aren't paid. You have 3 options here. If it's confirmed, the order will automatically go through to all orders will come through to you guys, but it will be handled as a confirmed order. A pending order means basically you would have to come in as the business owner and then change the status from pending to confirmed. You could say, like, make a phone call, get the phone number of the client, call them, did you guys really order this? And then you can confirm it. And if an order comes in, you can also cancel it. You can direct them to a thank you page after the order has been made. Your business, if you're using PayPal, you can stick your business PayPal address in there. You just turn this on. Obviously it's on now. If you turn it off, it'll go away. If you want to use your PayPal account to get paid, that's where you go. We also have authorized.net and cash payments. Okay. Once you've done that, make sure you save it. Terms and conditions, pretty simple. You can have terms and conditions, whatever your terms and conditions are. Client details are, this is what you're asking for your clients. Now, if they're logging in through the app, depending on the information you've pulled when they log in, will have some information. For sure, you'll have their email address. So I don't need title. You want their name for sure. You want their phone number, yes. Email, yes. And then this stuff, company, address. Address, you're going to probably want to have yes if you're delivering. Address too, sure. Notes, sure, let them have some notes. City, it's up to you if you want city, state, zip code, all that kind of stuff. Special instructions, let's make it yes, and then capture. So we save that, and there we go. Delivery form, same kind of idea. What kind of information do you need for the making deliveries? Notifications. This is what now this is how the system notifies people. So right here, when you click notifications, you'll see the notifications going to customers, going to administrators, who are the people that own the business, the app, and then print order. So to customers, when a new order is received, you can actually craft an email, and all the placeholders are right here, a custom email, and saying, you know, thank you for your order has been received, blah, 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 put a subject line in. As soon as that order is placed, that customer will get this email. Okay, there's 3 or 4 different things. So you can send an automatic email for when an order is received, when they paid, a cancellation email, new client account email, and a forgot password. That's for the customers. For the administrators, same deal. When a new order comes in, they will be notified by push notification in the app. If they have an administrator app set up in their kitchen, they can be notified also by email and by print. So you can actually connect a receipt printer and set it up in the kitchen, and then when an order is placed, the receipt prints out in the kitchen pulls it up, makes the order, and away they go. So that's the food ordering system. We've done the punch card here. I think we're good. So we've got pretty much what we need to get. You know, there's not much more on this site that I can pull from. If they had like Facebook and that kind of stuff, we'd be able to pull that kind of information and include it on their home screens of their app, connect all of the digital assets in one place, but this specific one doesn't. So we'll leave it. Now I'm going to go back to the main panel and complete the build. Okay, so we'll go back into here. I'm going to have to build, get a server key and a JSON file, which I know people have issues with. So we'll go to the publish section. So we're going to call this Main Street Pizza. Okay, that's my package name right there. I'm going to copy that and put it over here. Flurry key we don't need. We'll just put that there. I need the splash screen, which is right here. Splash screen. I need the app icon, which is right here. We've got the app icon. Now all I need left is the server key and the JSON file. So I'm coming over to my Firebase account, which I've already got opened. I will call this Main Street Pizza. Now pay attention, this is not very difficult, guys. This is what you need to get for the push notifications. I hit continue, select an account, default Firebase account here, create the project. Takes a few seconds to go. I'll have a sip of water. finishing up. Okay, so that's done. I hit continue. So now I would come over here to the gear icon here, project settings, come down to the Android icon over here, click on that, and my package name, that's what it's asking me. So I jump over here, copy the package name, which is in blue, copy that, come back to my console, I paste it in here, and now register. So now it's going to do its thing. Now I can download the JSON file. So I click that, it's downloading, it's going to save. I will save it in my, I'll just let it save in my downloads folder. Okay, and then I hit the next button, come down here, scroll down, and hit next again. Now you can skip this step, that's not necessary. So now that's all, it's done. So we've now created a JSON file and a server key. I come over to cloud messaging. There is my server key. I will copy this, okay, come back to the system and now paste it over here and get my JSON file. And I believe that was in the downloads folder. Where's my downloads? There it is, the JSON file. Hit update, voila. Now the app is ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't like using this. Sometimes this gives me an error. So I don't generate the code from over here. I come back out to the main screen. Now you can see the generate icon is green and I will click the green, I'll click a button. Now it takes 2 to 3 minutes. So Samir, you want to jump on some questions while this is generating?
Yes, absolutely. So I've been going through many questions and just sorting out everything that was. So Bob Jones says there was no time to answer my question before, so I'm posting it now. In fact, in fact, Nick, if you go ahead and go to the questions area in your dashboard, yeah, so you'll see dashboard, attendees, webcam, and then questions.
Okay. I can't read them for some reason. Let me see if I can.
Just click on the first one, maybe.
Okay, so I pull it out. I can see them on my screen here. So I see yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to the right to the bottom. Okay. No need to repeat the first German pizza is good. Okay, you're clear to me. You keep cutting out.
No. Okay. So maybe you're not seeing you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Okay. Let me just read out the questions. Okay.
Okay.
So other than email, is there a way that I can use the survey builder and export everybody's answers of an Excel CSV file or by webhooks to my own server's database? What is the Excel button for on the dashboard?
The Excel, okay, on the dashboard, all of this information can be exported. All your apps can be exported to an Excel sheet. The other part of the question was, can you read that again?
Yeah, is there a way that I can use the survey builder and export everybody's answers to an Excel file or by webhooks to my own server's database?
So the survey builder is in the forms, so you can create a form and then ask questions on the form and then get the responses it's in the back office. So let's say you ask a question, what's your favorite color, and you give 5 options and you have 100 people answering it. It will tell you, how many people pick blue, how many people pick green, how many people pick gray. So hold on a second, we now have an issue we cannot build the APK. Something went wrong, so I'm going to go back in and figure out.
Sure, sort that out. No worries. I've gone through all the questions and basically sifted out the ones that need answering or are relevant for this session. So we're going to be pretty
Right.
fast. And guys, if you have questions, if you're on the call and they're related, please post them, and we'll try to address as many as we can today. Okay.
Main Street Pizza. This looks right. This is correctly. Let's try this one more time. In the meantime, what I'll do is I'll come over here and start my building of the application in the Google Store. Okay, so title. pizza, create. I copy a short description here. I just went to another pizza app, and I'm just basically going to copy the descriptions and paste it in here. We can change the stuff afterwards as well. So okay, so that's that. The icon is here. This needs to be 512 by 512. So I'm gonna have to change this. Open with paint, resize pixels, 512, and save. So now this is gonna work. So there's my icon. I need screenshots. I'm gonna come back to this because I need to generate the screenshots. This is food and drink. Website details. So I'm gonna put, where's the website right here? Copy this. Paste email info at Main Street Pizza. Now you guys can put your own developer account email here. I'm gonna put, it's gonna take this information here. Copy this again here. Privacy, you need a privacy policy link. Okay, so I'll save the draft. This is not a valid phone number. Okay. Okay, save. Okay, that's been saved. Now you see all these gray areas. These things need to be completed before you can actually build the app. I'm just hoping that this goes through okay. We had an issue with this. I'm not sure what I may have used the Google developer account, the Firebase account of my other account, and it didn't. And we're using the AppsKitPro. I think that's what the issue is. I'm using the AppsKitPro domain, and my domain is not matching my Firebase account because my Firebase account is set up in our support email. I apologize that this may not work here, but let me go through as much of this as I can. I think this is going to be the issue. So let's finish what we can here. What we need to do is go to the content rating. I can't do that because I need to upload an app. I can't do this. Pricing distribution, I can do this. I can make it available in all countries. I can continue answering the questions. It has no ads. I don't need to answer that. I don't need to answer that. Marketing opt-out, nope. It does meet content guidelines, but I cannot do that because I haven't uploaded the APK. Now, the problem is if I don't upload an APK, I cannot complete the build. I apologize. Okay, I didn't think of that when I started. So I don't think this is going to work because the issue is our account here is in our support address, and the profile, the domain name is under AppsKitPro. So there's a conflict there. So it won't create it. So let's finish what we can. So I'll come up here. So basically, once you've finished answering these questions.
There you go, it's green.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just turn green.
No, it's green because there is information there, but it won't generate it because there's a conflict.
Yes, I know there's a conflict, and that's basically also why it's important that the two accounts and the credentials match.
Yes, absolutely. And
so, I mean, we can still try to do this with another account.
Yeah, well, I can't upload another APK because they all have individual signatures, and I've got this one that's already built. But if I try and upload this into this account, it'll say it's duplicate because this has already been published somewhere, right?
Right.
So I can't, as I've built this around this app. So now I'd have to. I don't have an account created with the AppsKitPro account there, so that's going to be an issue. I'd have to go create all that kind of stuff. But what we can do is just walk through it, and then we can basically take questions after that. The understanding needs to be once this is done, you'll have this download link here. You take that download link, and then you'd be able to upload the APK in the releases section. Okay, you'd hit the manage production, create a release, and you can opt out of this. I'm sure opt out. And right here is where you select the APK file. Now I'm going to download this one and just show you what happens if I save this and I come over here and try to upload that. It's going to say duplicate. It won't let me. So here's that APK. Now it's going to give me an error message. Yeah, upload error. You can't because this is already in use by one of my other applications. So I'm not going to be able to do it on this go. Regardless, what we'll do is after this, I will fix all this stuff and I will continue building this out, and we'll post it on the Facebook page, the completion of the build. So I've got everything set up. It's going to take me about 30 minutes to complete all the other stuff. So what we can do is jump to questions, and then I'll complete the build and we can upload that to the YouTube channel as well as the Facebook page.
Yeah.
That make sense?
Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Let's do that. That makes absolute sense.
Now we also are, just so everyone knows, we are also going to be working on, when this doesn't work, it will give you an error as to the reason why. So in the next 2 or 3 weeks, as soon as that we've got the system upgraded, you'll see if it doesn't work, it'll tell you, domain mismatch or something like that. It'll give you an error reason, so you'll be able to go and fix it right away.
Okay. All right. So, assuming that you can hear me, and because I'm having a bit of a challenge with the computer audio, it shows me 3 reds. Okay, so I think we answered Bob Jones' question about the export. If not, Bob, please feel free to ask it again. Tony Q says this is a big help. A big help would be the master image cheat sheet to send to designers.
The cheat sheet?
Yes.
The Excel file?
Master image cheat sheet to send to designers.
Okay, so we have one by one of the guys in the Facebook group that did a really nice one. I should give him a shout out as well. He did this, and we will, you can take this. It's in the Facebook group. This was by one of the resellers. He did this himself. So these are all the different sizes of the images that you need. So I guess Samir, you can post this in the group again for people to use.
My audio is cutting in and out.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Because I don't, but something's wrong with the audio over here. But in any case, okay, we can post this back in the group again.
Yeah.
So that would be great. Okay, then Jeffrey asks, is it possible to build apps with Google Play account? Yeah.
With a Google Play account? Yes, this is what we're doing here. So this is the Google Play account that we've got. We were going to publish it here, but we don't have the APK ready. But yes, this is a native app published to the Google Play Store. You still there? Samir?
Sorry, lost audio. I'm going to try to change the network. Until such time, I'll leave you with another question. So Horace has a question. The active checkbox when creating the app settings, what is that for?
Sorry, active checkbox, this right here? Is that what we're talking about, the active? So basically, if this is what we're talking about, you can activate or deactivate apps. Again, we have the expiry date of the license there. That's again to protect you when you're selling an app to a client. If they don't pay you, you can come in here and deactivate the app. What happens is they lose their back office login access. You don't delete the app, doesn't do anything, doesn't harm the app at all in any way. But if you deactivate it or this license expires, they no longer have access to going into their back office and managing the app. That's what the status is for. Let me see if I can get the questions myself. I can't see. I think Samir, I'm cut off. I'm cut off from the questions because I'm no longer.
Yes, I'm sorry. My audio is back again, so I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, great. Sorry, I was having a lot of challenges, so I've changed the network and I'm back. So the last question I asked is, and I couldn't hear anything you said, so please bear with me, everybody. The question was the active checkbox when creating the app settings. What is that for? If you've answered it, just move on, please.
Yes, we did. We answered it.
Okay, great. So the next one is, can we do any customization in the features?
Customization in the features. You can change like the color schemes and things like that. So like here we've got the food ordering system. Let me go here in the features, the food ordering systems. You can do things in the themes. We've got a few different color themes you can choose from. That can be done. Obviously the categories of foods and things like that, you can do those types of things. But if you're looking to do like change the way the flow or the way the software works, that can't be, that can be done, but it's not, that would have to be a case by case basis. So let's say your client wants to do something, totally different, add a widget that we don't have, we could do it, but we'd have to quote you on that. There would be a charge for that. It would be a customization to the software. So we need to connect and figure out exactly what's needed, and then we'd be able to give you a cost estimate as well as how long it would take us to complete.
Right. Okay. So then Steve believes that you should relax and talk a bit slower, Nick.
I get that a lot.
All right. Okay. No, okay. But you're the best, man. You're an amazing speed you have, but it's okay. So there is another question from Vixen. Did you have the home screen size already done, or did it automatically set itself to the correct size?
No. So the one of our customers, X Factor, again, he built this screen, this image. I guess he used Photoshop, and he used the size specs that we mentioned in our system here. So it's 960 pixels wide by 3000 pixels high. And if you need the app to be longer, you can make 2 or 3 images where it keeps scrolling, right? But you have to stay within these parameters. So that was made. And again, I've seen some questions, people asking about it's not high resolution or whatever. If you stay within these parameters, the image will be high resolution. If you use a 10 megapixel image and try and squeeze it, it'll make a big image. It will compress it. The system compresses it to fit it on the home screen of a mobile device, and then that's where you lose the clarity and it becomes grainy. So stay within the recommended sizes. The images are high res.
Okay. All right. So then Nick Jonker has a question. And for interest's sake, can one build a type of an asset verification tool, including GIS functionality? I built some custom apps on PDAs at the engineering company where I worked. This looks much more user-friendly.
So what was the question?
Can one build a type of an asset verification tool, including GIS functionality? I'm not familiar with these acronyms, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the GIS term either.
Okay, so Nick, maybe you want to clarify that for us, and we'll be happy to answer that for you. So Steve says, are there guidelines so that we can have elements snapped to them for alignment?
Elements snapped to what? The home screen?
The guidelines so we can have elements snapped to them for alignment. I think this is more to like image tools, and they have guides in them, and if you move things around, they align with those guides without the user having to do much. No, we actually don't have guidelines.
We have the size guidelines of the home screen. So where you put things is totally up to you. That's the beauty of the system. You can make these things look like whatever you want. These things are, again, these are not buttons. These are things that are created on an image. So think of this as a blank piece of paper that we put all of this stuff on top of. And when you're writing on a blank piece of paper, you can put anything anywhere. You could have put this over here, over there, wherever you wanted. And all you're doing is mapping out the functionality. So we create this hotspot, we put it over that image, and then whenever someone touches this area, it goes to the function that we assign it to.
Right. Okay. And these boxes that you just showed, Nick, they don't have a snap functionality, and the reason for that is that we want them to be as flexible as possible.
Right. Yeah.
So they don't have to be absolutely accurate.
Yeah, and snap to grid. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you may have something with a circle or whatever, and we're trying to give you as much flexibility to put this anywhere you want.
Right, exactly. And that's why there's no snap feature. So I hope that answers your question. So Nick has a clarification. The assets he was referring to in the earlier question are related to engineering. Nick, I think you need to reach out to us maybe on Facebook or on the support chat because this is really something that's very specific, and let's maybe handle that or talk to that, talk about that over there. Okay. Then Otmar has a question. When someone has a Ninja reseller app, how many licenses can be sold to resellers? It depends on what level you've bought in. Maybe good to get a list with the content of auto mail content, involve emails, etc. Yes, so it obviously also depends on what package you have bought into, and those are the number of accounts you'll be able to actually sell. Then Mark wants to know, does the QR scanner start automatically?
The depends where you're using it. So the QR code scanner is only used by the admins when I use the new point system, which is in the loyalty section here, the points reward. So this is something where this comes with some stuff set up to it. If you were using this kind of a system where you can accumulate points per dollar spent, and this would have an image on the home screen that you would add, for example, on the top of the home screen that only would have access of the admins. So the admins, again, would be handled here in the points range. You'd be able to put admin emails right here. Whoever's emailed log into the app with these emails would have access to that feature where they could scan the QR codes of the customers. And then that's automatic. In the punch card, it's the camera of it uses the device camera when the punch card screen is popped up. When you actually hit punch, your camera will pop up automatically, and then you scan the code, the QR code.
Okay. So are there templates for features? Steve wants to know, are there templates for features like this punch card so that we can select it and modify it instead of building it from scratch?
Yes, this should have been there when we started. I'm going to make sure this is added. Like I said, when you select a category, a lot of things are already done for you. So all you're doing is editing instead of adding. So like, for example, the points reward system, you can see there's 3 things set up here. Again, this is for a pizza place. So we've got a Coke, we got a slice, we got a free medium pizza, and it's all done here. All you're doing is basically editing the stuff. Same deal, the punch card should have been started with, but it wasn't. I will make sure we do an update to that. I'm actually making a note of that now.
Okay, great. Okay, so Ernie wants to know, is there a way we can send a text to a customer and have them be able to install the app on their phone directly?
A text to the customer? No, there is not a way to do that at this point. You can send a QR, you can provide a QR code, you can send the QR code, they can scan the code, and they can be taken right to the App Store. But no, we don't have a text messaging system.
Okay, so if so, how? That's not required then. Brian wants to know, is a login screen required? And if so, what is the process for a new user who has no password or username?
Okay, good question. So a login screen is not required. By default, they come as set to on. You would come to the create app section, the build app section, and the advanced settings. So right here, the login, you can enable or disable that. Keep in mind, if you disable the login, a lot of the features will not work. For example, any of the rewards features. The system needs to know who the client is in order to reward them. If they don't provide us login information, if we don't know who you are, we cannot give you a reward. Similarly, I believe the food ordering system, the appointment booking system, none of that stuff will work. You'll be able to see the home screen, and anything else you click will basically say, please log in to see this. So if you disable it, there will be no way to log in. Some apps don't need it. Like we've had some built for a police station. They don't want logins. People are anonymous. That's fine. We always recommend to have it on. The other thing is the sign up portion here. Whatever you want to use, we have 2 options: use the login or the sign up. The login is quick. The system only asks for an email and a password, and the email is any email, not the email that you guys were given to log into your back office of the platform. you're thinking now as a user of the app. So you put in your, whatever your Hotmail address, whatever the address is, and any password that will automatically create an account for you. If you use the sign up screen, you're able to customize what information you ask from the customer. So it's, you can get their first name, last name, phone number, address, birthday, favorite color, whatever you want, you can ask for them. Keep in mind, when you do that, the more information you ask, the longer it's going to take a customer to complete. And especially if it's at a point of sale, at when the business owner people walk into the business, they're promoting their app, they're making a purchase. The sales staff says, download our app, you're going to get a free 10 points or free $5 off or whatever. If the customer has to sit there and spend a half an hour filling in information, they're not going to do it. They're going to walk out. So We've got two options here, right? This is the quick way, just an email and a password. They can always go into the app. There's a profile screen where they can update the information in their profile later, and you're even able to incentivize them to do that. So we have in the loyalty section, we have something called action points. So for each field, you can say, I'm going to give you, 10 points or $1 or 10 cents or whatever for each field you complete. And if they complete their entire profile, they'll get whatever the value of those fields combined would be.
Okay, great. So then Eric is asking, are these emails he's editing? Not sure what exactly is meant to be here. Anyway, Jeremy is asking, any decision on the SMS platform yet? Answer is no. So Mohammed wants to know, is there a way to add a team member to my dashboard with certain privileges?
Not yet. We've had a couple requests for that, but not yet. Everyone has to use the same login, have access to the same thing. You can use this on different machines at the same account. So if you give it to your team members, they are able to do it. The only thing to worry about there is if you have 3 people all working on the same app, and I save something and you save something, it may create a conflict. So if I'm going to work on this app and you want to assign other people to work on different apps, that's absolutely possible. Just don't work on the same app at the same time, because whoever's saving stuff, it may create a conflict. My work may get lost if you save something, and your work may get lost if I save something. So just keep an eye for that.
Okay. Essam is writing, which email will be the sender email? Any SMTP setup available?
Where the sender email from? The AutoMail?
I don't know. Which email will be the sender?
Here we have a sender email. So this would be the automatic sender. This is the email that's coming from the system, right? It's coming. So you put the business's email there. We have the AutoMail content here as well. So you can put the sender email is what the email you want to show on the email that's coming from. So if it's coming from a pizza place, you want to show the pizza place's email address.
All right. Okay. So yes, there will be a replay. Brian. Michael asks if a customer changes his birthday, that can be also her birthday, every week, will the email keep going out every week?
Okay, so you can block that as well. In the settings, the login settings, right over here in the profile, the sign up settings. So if I'm asking for the birthday, where's date of birth right here? If this is required, hang on, it's over here, some profile fields. So you can make it non-editable. So the birthday, date of birth, I can click this and now they can't edit it. They've entered it, it won't be able to be changed afterwards. So just in case, yeah, they change their birthday every week and they get a free, ice cream cone or whatever you're giving out in the emails, that this can be made to be non-editable.
Okay. So JC says, be careful with using pictures that are not license free. You can use pixels.com or pixels, unsplash.com for pictures so that you'll not get into trouble. Yes, that's right.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so Tony has a login related topic. I'm going to address that, or I've already sent it to support. Daniel says, shouldn't these be done by app owners after sale? So I don't know what exactly you're referring to, Daniel, because this was said when Nick was saying something. There's no way for me to know what exactly you are referring to. So maybe you want to restate that question. Nick says, just for interest rate and a warning, one must just know one cannot take any picture of Google, right? One can check under tools in Google if copyright protected or not. Yes, so this is another copyright topic. That's true. Any thoughts on that, Nick? Please feel free to share while I read the questions.
Yeah, you can select right here from the tools. Like I said, I'm just trying to do this quickly. But yeah, if you want to be careful in that, if there's, especially if you're working for, let's say you got a contract for a franchise that's got 30 locations across the country, then you might have issues with those types of things. If you're using it for local business, it could happen, but it's really a small percentage. And all they're going to do is give you a cease and desist letter and say, please take off our images or whatever. And then you can go and change it. So you're not in danger of doing any damage to anybody, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. And yes, that please abide by all laws and conditions of wherever you're building these things, if there are any.
Okay. So Mark wants to know, is it possible to download and print out the current product list, back checking, etc.?
The product list, mean feature list?
I suppose so.
Yeah, we have that in a Word doc file.
Right.
You have that. You can put that in the
Facebook. I can provide it. Yeah, I can provide that. But is it possible to download and print out the current product list, back checking, etc.? Doesn't sound like the feature list to me, actually. But
back checking, I'm not sure what that means.
So, Mark, if your question is not answered, then please feel free to rephrase. Pat Lee says this is a good session, loving it. Awesome. Pat also wants to find out how to do a radio station ad. You'd mentioned last time in your webinar.
A radio station
app. I'm sorry, app. Radio station app is what he meant.
Yeah, so again, you design the home screen according to the station, and we would take the streaming links of the station and embed them in the app with a website. So coming here, let's say this is the home screen, and you have a radio station with streaming. You would just basically go click on an area, use the function as a website, and put the URL right there. So this would be when I clicked on this, it would open up the page. And keep in mind these URLs are opened up inside of the app, so it doesn't take you outside. And then whatever is playing here would automatically be streaming to the app. It is possible to do. We've done one too, so I know that it works.
Okay, great. Tony Cookson, we are going to take care of you right after the webinar. Don't worry about that. Steve wants to know, can we add discounts for ordering more than one pizza, etc.?
So if you go to the features again, the food ordering system, you can add vouchers, and then you can give a voucher code, and then whatever an amount, a percentage, and then you can give the code to people as you see fit.
All right, great.
Vouchers.
Jason, yeah, vouchers. So vouchers is the way to do it, actually. Okay, Vinod says delivery times without anything else. Credit card payment ? I'm not sure what you mean, Vinod.
Credit card payments would be handled, like let's say your merchant, it'd be your merchant, right? So you're talking about, if I'm using PayPal, this is my PayPal business address. You can put credit card there, and people can pay even without a PayPal address. I can click on the pay link, and then it'll take me to PayPal. I can log in with my PayPal address, or I can just go right underneath that. It'll say pay by Visa, MasterCard, American Express, whatever, and I can click that, and without even creating a PayPal account, I can just put my card details in and pay. So PayPal will handle your PayPal account will handle your merchant processing for you. Alternatively, you can use authorize.net, or you can also ask your clients to provide you their credit card details for offline processing. So what happens is the card details will be provided to you inside of the notification. You could take that, punch it into your POS terminal at your bricks and mortar location, and charge the customer.
Right. Okay. Anything with delivery times?
Delivery times.
There's nothing else written other than delivery times. I mean, we can just skip. I mean, it's impossible to answer just statements like this. So please feel free to formulate the question, and we'd be happy to answer it. So Peter wants to know, what if it is out of range of 10 miles, but wish to still order for pickup?
Then there's two options. So let's go to the front end link. So right here is what when you click on the order button on the thing, this is what will look out. So if you're carry out, you can change, pick up, carry out, you can change the word here to say whatever you want. If it's delivery, you click here. If you click in delivery, it knows exactly where you are and you can't order with outside of the radius. If it's pickup, you just hit the carry out and then continue. Now I'm into my categories.
Okay. All right. Arun has a question. Can we connect the pizza app to their website somehow? So for example, if the customer puts in the pizza order, but does not pay on the app, later he can log into the website and look for the same order and proceed with the payment.
So we give you this feature is HTML based. So we give you a link right at the bottom right here. So the front end link is right here. So you can take that URL, that link for this specific app, this specific business, and embed it on their website. So on their website, so let's go to this guy's, where's his site? Right here. So he could put an order now button somewhere on his website and connect it to the URL that we've got here. And then the same system will be on the website as it would be in the app, and people would be able to create on the website or on the app. They can do the same thing. They can click make orders. The orders will sit there for a few minutes. I don't think you can't make an order now and come back in 3 hours and then make a payment. So that's not the way that it works. You create the order. You're supposed to either pay for it or it'll drop off after a certain amount of time.
Okay. Dale wants to know, is Stripe going to be added as a payment type?
For the food ordering system, it could, we are planning a major revamp to the food ordering system in the next first quarter of 2020, which is next 2-3 months, and we're going to rebuild it from scratch. So at that point, we will add more merchants. I don't think we're going to invest more into this system at this point. We're going to revamp it and really make it the best of breed in this space. So in that period, yes, to answer your question, it'll be available there.
Okay, good. So Tim wants to know, can a customer submit a photo or a video of a product? So if they want to list their car for sale, for example?
In the Yellow Pages feature, they could do that. You can allow that to happen in the Yellow Pages feature, depending on the settings you set up.
All right. Okay, so Elena wants to know, what if you are doing on-site services? How can you set up mileage for that and adding pricing for round trips?
So mileage. So I mean, if I'm charging per mile or whatever, yeah, that's not a feature that's currently available on the platform.
No, I don't think it's we don't have that. The answer to that is no, we don't have it. Okay, Luis wants to know, what receipt printers work with this? Should the client have Android or Apple tablet in kitchen?
You can have either Android or Apple tablets, and the receipt printer, any Google-enabled, Google Cloud Print ready printer will work. It's pretty simple to set up. I'll show you the area here. You go to your food ordering section, and then right here, you have to click on this link to allow the permissions. We've got a flyer on a step-by-step version of how to set this up. Basically, you have to sign in with the Gmail account of the user where the printer would be set up. Once you've added the printer to your Google Cloud Print account, then you'd come back here, click this link. It would connect the printer to the system, and boom, when an order is placed, it will automatically print out on the printer as well. Again, we've got a flyer. Again, we can make something, maybe as an area where we can create a Google Drive or something where we can give access to people with all the different types of documentation that we have.
Right. So it's going to be on the Google Drive, and a link's going to be posted also on the Facebook group. All the files are going to be uploaded, so that all that information is going to be over there. Okay, so we'll be posting a link to that later. All right, so Robbie wants to know, I saw PayPal and Authorize.net. Is there an option for Stripe as a payment processor? Okay, not now. It's not a big deal if not. Okay, all good. So this was already answered. Mohammed wants to know, need to explain the punch card workflow with the QR code. How to confirm qualified points?
So let me address the first part. The punch card, I'm not sure what kind of workflow he wants.
I don't know.
Basically, it's you buy in this situation, we've set it to 10. You need 10 purchases before you can get a free. So once the card's been filled, then they'll be able to redeem like a regular paper stamp card. You get 10 stamps on your card. You go to the coffee shop, they see it's stamped 10 times, they give you a free coffee or a free pizza, whatever it is. Same deal here. This is just a digital version of it. There's no real workflow to it, but it works that way.
Okay.
What was the second part of the question?
So need to explain the punch card workflow with the QR code, how to confirm the qualified points.
The QR code, basically, like I said, you enable it this right here. If I were to do that, now I hit submit. Over here, now you can see the view download QR code. So I can view the QR code. This is the QR code. This is what we would get, sorry, there it is. And this is what would be printed out, and then customers would be able to scan this from their device and get their stamps. So you would hide that behind the counter somewhere.
Okay. All right. So we're obviously well over the hour, but let's just keep going and take as many questions as we can. Then Tony wants to know, is there a different login screen rather than the sales page I bought the product from? I can only find access to login to support, and this requires an email, not a username.
Where we log into the system?
Is there a different login screen rather than the sales page I bought the product from? Login support?
No, that's the only, where the URL that you're provided is the only login that we have access to, that you have access to.
I'm not sure. Maybe you're talking about the support screen. Tony, I actually don't understand this question, what exactly you're talking about. Different login screen rather than the sales page I bought the product from. No, you can't log into the sales page because there's no login function. Maybe you want to rephrase this question, Tony. I'd much appreciate it. Okay, Leon wants to know, how is the printer set up in the app to print out receipts in the food ordering system? Also, can a printer be set up to print out forms that come from the forms module?
So the printer setup, like I just showed you, you have to add it to your Google Cloud Print account. Once it's added there, you click that little link that I showed you in the bottom of the food ordering section, and it will print automatically. It's connected. Okay. Forms, there's no ability to print forms. You can have the data and you can download the data. So you can get, like, for example, you can create a form and have a PDF version of it, and then you can download that. All the form data, like, let's say you create a questionnaire, all the data that people answer is stored in the back office for you. So wherever that form is created, you'll be able to see the replies, the answers, and you'll be able to catalog that.
Right. Okay. Now, is there, CC Daily wants to know, is there a way for clients to view and approve before it goes live?
View what?
Approving method.
Approving. Okay, so let's use this Appetize.io. So I've got that other app. So you can absolutely create yourself an account at Appetize.io, and I'm going to upload that APK file that we had. So here it is, and now it's uploading. And this is also where you can generate your screenshots. Giving me an error. Let's create upload. Select the file. This is the APK file. There we go. So I've now uploaded it, and I can click right here to view. So now it takes me to an online simulator. I hit the tap to play, and it's installing my app. This is a fully functioning app. Now, this is an app that we just built. We would just hit the login button. We're logging in. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the password. Login. Oh, wrong password. I think it's 1, 2, 3. So now it's asking for access. So now here's the app, fully functioning app. Okay. Anything that I click here will work. The contact us goes to the contact page. All of the tools work. All of the links are connected. It's all done. It's all right here in the system. So you can actually use this as a tool to show your clients. We have a preview tool as well. If you have an Android device, you can over here we've got preview codes. You can download the preview tool on your Android device, punch in that code, and then that will pull up the app on that device for you right on your phone. Again, additionally, here you can create screenshots. Right here, save a screenshot. Click that, it will save a screenshot for you, and then you can use those screenshots in your Google account.
All right, great. What's the purpose of Firebase? Leon wants to know.
That's for push notifications. We need that any Android app that you build today needs a Firebase account so we can send push notifications.
Okay. So Tony, you have a longish question about something to do with access and non-access to the product via PayPal. I'm not really sure what you mean by this, so maybe you want to reach out to me on the Facebook chat or by email and let me know what's happening. So, all right. So then Lewis wants to know, are there any costs we need to worry about as far as Firebase is concerned? I know they changed, but
no, Firebase is free. The only, I can outline the additional costs that are involved in publishing an app. You'll need a Google developer account, which is $25 for your lifetime. You pay that once, and if you create 100, 1,000, 1,000,000 apps, they can all be put in that Google developer account. And each app will need its own Apple developer account. Now, a lot of questions about that. Apple has a policy, you cannot get around it. Nobody can get around it. You cannot have more than one app you can have more than one app in the account, but let's say you create an app for Main Street Pizza that we were doing, the developer account name needs to say Main Street Pizza, or it can say the owner of Main Street Pizza in his personal name. To get a business account with Apple, you need to have a DUNS number. The business needs to have a Dun Bradstreet number. If you don't have a Dun and Bradstreet number, you won't get a developer account in the business's name. In that case, you would have to go to Apple and then apply in your own personal name. The owner of, could be Joel or whatever, Main Street Pizza, and the developer account would say Joe Smith, right? And then what would happen is the app would be submitted. Apple will reject the app the first time because it's going to say, hey, this developer account says Joe Smith, the app name is Main Street Pizza. Then what we'll have to do is submit a letter to Apple saying, I, Joe Smith, own Main Street Pizza. The reason I put the developer account in my personal name was because I don't have a DUNS number. Submit that letter, then they will approve it.
All right.
The game we play with Apple. And then that's a $99 fee every year that has to be paid to Apple for the developer account. It has nothing to do with us. You pay that directly to Apple.
Okay, great. I doubt this can happen, Robbie says, but is there a way to add animation between screens, like when a person is on the home screen and they click on the Contact Us icon? The animation can be something as simple as fade or a swipe animation.
Not yet, but we've got a couple of things on the roadmap sometime in the future that we will, when we are updating the system. We've got requests for video screens. We already have video ability, but those types of animations could be something that we introduce later down the road.
All right, okay. So Vinod wants to know, can administrator turn on and off delivery on the fly? For example, the driver doesn't turn up.
Yeah, so you log into your back office and go to the food ordering section. And in the options, disallow delivery, yes. So I turn it off, I hit save. Now when I click the front end link, you will see the delivery option is no longer there. It's off.
Okay. All right, Tony wants to know what happens when a customer raises such questions on a webinar. Are these also ignored? Tony, I don't think I ignored any question. Your questions are answered in the order they are received. So please feel free to ask any question you want. Yeah, there's no question that will be left unanswered. So no worries about that. Okay, let's keep going. Is there a way to make the icons animate? I doubt this can happen because of the way the image is set in the system and the functionality of AppsKit is what Robbie wants to know.
Yeah, no, there's no way to animate the icons, nor have I seen any icons animated myself on my own devices. I don't recall seeing any
right. Okay.
icons.
Okay, so Araceli or Araceli, please bear with me if I pronounced it or mispronounced your name. If we add another feature or another modification into the app, do we need to replace the APK into Google Play?
Sorry, say that again?
So if we add another feature or another modification into the app, do we need to replace?
Nope.
Yes. Yeah.
Nope. The only time you'd ever have to update the app. So let's say that Google has releases a new version of their operating system, and then the apps don't work with the new version. We would update our system. Then you would need to regenerate the code, And once that's regenerated, then you would update it. Or let's say now today, as of today's date, we have 40 features, whatever the number of all these features are, and we introduce a new feature. Like you've built the app today, it's live today. 2 weeks from now, there's a new feature here that wasn't there when you built the app. If you want this new feature, you would have to go in and regenerate the source code. So all of these things are already in the app. So your apps are capable, like if you build the app with only these blue things turned on, and you want to add the mortgage calculator tomorrow, all you have to do is turn it on and then map it on your home screen, and it'll be live in your app in minutes. Nothing has to be done, no submissions, nothing. It updates in real time.
Okay. All right. What's the estimated price range to charge for this app is what Doug wants to know.
The estimates, it varies, but the minimum I would be saying would be $1,500 for the setup fee, the design fee, and then you're looking at 80, 90, 100, $150 a month, depending on the business. Again, it's going to be as you get comfortable selling the product, as you get comfortable with the system, understand the features. Your first app sale, maybe $500, but as you get comfortable and understand the value you're bringing to your clients, I would definitely be at $1,500 minimum, and then $90-100 a month.
Okay. All right. So SR wants to know, can you say something about the long name and the short name, or if you have the time in the end, please, and when the customer should get their developer ID from Apple?
So the long name and short name, I'm not sure what that means.
SR, maybe you want to rephrase. Yeah.
The developer account from Apple, it's you just Google search Apple developer account. You need to enroll in the developer account. We had a client today that tried to connect with us to have an app submitted. I think he created an Apple ID, but he didn't enroll in the account. You have to enroll in the developer account where you can actually submit an app. You have to pay $99. If you haven't paid the $99, that means you haven't enrolled in the Apple developer account. Just Google search Apple developer account. It's very easy. We have it in our instructions as well. Program, and right here, you'll be able to enroll. Right, click that button, enroll, and it'll ask you questions, blah, 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 start your enrollment. Very simple.
Okay, great. Rajesh says, how can I Instamajo payment gateway?
How can you what?
Instamajo, M-A-J-O.
I don't know what that means.
So I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean, Rajesh. So maybe you want to rephrase that. Thomas says, great info, but needs to go to an appointment. Yes, there will be a replay for this, Thomas. So when you catch the replay, you'll have heard what I've just said. Steve wants to know, can a PDF file be uploaded into a tab?
You can do that by a URL link. You can upload there's services out there that take your PDFs and turn them into your URLs, and then you can do that with a website link.
Okay, great. Robert says the step-by-step applies to all apps we create. Yes? Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah. Literally, that's, we started off, everything is done beginning to end, and every step of the way.
Okay. So Tony says that the last bit is covered very well in the new training. Yes, Tony is one of the amazing contributors here in this group. So big shout out to Tony over here. Thanks very much for providing your insights over there as well. So I'll be sharing the links of that playlist of the new trainings, which are step by step, and all of you guys can take a look at that. Jeffrey says, when I build my app, I don't see the output.
The what? The output?
Yeah.
What do you mean output?
I'm reading what you're, you can't see the output. So maybe what you mean is the app that is finished. I'm not sure. I guess that's what was meant. Anyway, so maybe you want to rephrase that. That would be amazing. Philip says, is loving this training. It's a great idea and walkthrough, guys. Thank you. Awesome. We're loving it that you're loving it. Is there any additional cost to Firestore is what Mike says. Firebase, probably.
Firebase? No, Firebase is free.
Jeffrey. Jeffrey says, do I need a Google Play account? Yes.
Yes. A Google Play developer account.
Okay, so Steve wants to know, can tabs be moved to another section?
Tabs, which tabs?
Steve, please clarify which tabs. And rephrase, we'll be happy to take that question later. Thomas wants to know, I have already some Android apps on Google Play. Can I use a different domain name for publishing apps or AppsKitPro apps?
So to replace those apps, for example, if you've got it with another builder and you want to bring it over to this platform, I'm assuming that's what the question means. So
I'm
assuming, you like we have our own key store. Google has something that they call a key store key. So our system has its own key store key along with the profile name and the package name. The key store key is embedded in each of the builds. So you would have to rebuild the Google version of the app in our system, and then you would be able to publish the new version of the app and unpublish the old version. So yes, essentially to answer your question, it can be done.
Okay.
It can't be done to replace it though. So let's say you had an older app built somewhere else and they had 500 downloads. Those people have to re-download the new version of the app. In Apple, it's different. In Apple, we can update the existing app, and what would happen is anyone that had the old version of the app, when the devices do their automatic updates, the new version of the app would automatically be put on everyone's device, and they would be seamless. They wouldn't even see it. We just see a new app when they open it up.
Okay, so we still have quite a few questions. Let's try to take them as fast as we can. Ankit Batra says multi-list page is not being displayed either. So
list.
Right. Anyway, guys, if the question is really not really crisp, and then it's very difficult for us to answer it. I'm sorry. Please rephrase, and we'd be happy to answer it. Maurice says, my question is concerning the package name. Is there a package name generated for each app?
Mm-hmm. So again, in your profile, we've got your domain name, okay? And inside of the app, right here in the create section, when you go to the publish section, the package name is here in blue. So it takes the domain name plus whatever you type here and combines them together to create a package name.
Okay.
But each one will be unique.
All right. So so Jackie wants to know how to connect the app to Uber Eats so that the customer can have the option to order via Uber Eats with delivery.
So Uber Eats would be, again, it would have to be a URL, unless there's an API that Uber has. We would be able to look at that and like build an API to connect that. That would be something that we can handle, again, like on a customization basis. But if they have a URL for their Uber Eats account, then just grab the URL and stick it into the app as a website link.
Okay. All right. So Rajesh has come back with the Instamajo topic. How can I Instamajo payment gateway? How can I add Instamajo payment gateway? This is basic
that a payment gateway somewhere else in the world? I've never heard of it.
Yes, this is basic for Indian currency. So we're not actually familiar with it, but we can take a look at
a case. A customization that would be involved. We can do it, and we would just need to connect with you and then figure out what it's going to cost and how long it would take.
All right. Let me just put this in the support group so that we don't lose track of this. Okay. Other than home page, multi-list page is not being displayed, is what Ankit is saying.
What's not being displayed?
Multi-list page.
What do you mean by multi-list?
Okay, I'm just going further. We have a lot of questions, and can we use test flight in iTunes Connect before publishing iOS app?
Test flight can be done. Yes, test flight can be made.
Okay. So, is there a way to store or PayPal or credit card information after customer orders on a product, or orders a product on the app? That would be great for repeat business, is what Robbie wants to know.
No, we don't. We in order to store credit card information, you need to be ISO compliant, and you need to go through a ton of qualifications for that. We don't want to do anything like that. You start storing credit card information, you get opening yourself up to hacks. I mean, banks have been hacked, and nothing is impenetrable, so we don't keep any of that kind of information. We connect to payment merchant processors like PayPal. You can store that information in your PayPal in the device, but we don't keep it on our servers. None of that stuff is put on our servers. When you click pay, it will take you to the PayPal site. That's also how you keep 100% of the revenue. It's not considered an in-app purchase because you're going to the PayPal website, you're paying there, and as a merchant, you get all that money. If it was an in-app purchase, Apple and Google take 30% of your revenue. So again, none of that is stored on our servers, and it's all done externally with your merchant providers.
All right. Kimberly wants to know, is there a way to preview the app prior to generating the APK? I think we've talked about this.
And right here, the appetize.io, upload the app right here. You can preview the entire app.
Okay. So Robert wants to know, does the initial home screen that comes with the niche app have to be deleted right away, or can it be done later?
It's up to you.
Exactly.
It's up to you. Totally up to you.
Right. Okay, so Shubham wants to know, I have to create an app for automotive services, and for that, I want to create a service request for customers. How can I do this option?
So service requests, so I would probably use the appointment booking module there, where you can, set up services like oil change, tire rotation, whatever. You can create a service. People would be able to say, okay, I want to book an oil change. When you're creating the service, you'd say, okay, an oil change takes 45 minutes. We need 10 minutes before the appointment to clean up. We need 10 minutes after to clean up. So it's a 65-minute appointment. So the system will know that. If I booked at 9 a.m., the next appointment would have to be at 10:05 or 10:10. We wouldn't be able to, so that's how I'll probably use the appointment booking system for that.
All right. Okay. All right. Kevin wants to know, can we randomize questions?
Can we what?
Randomize questions.
In the survey?
I suppose so.
Can you randomize the questions?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. You have to set up the question.
No. Exactly. They're in sequence. So the answer to that is no. Okay, so Jonathan wants to know, when will the Zapier Access be available?
No firm date yet. We've got a bunch of stuff. We're trying to get through the launch period, and then we'll put out a roadmap of what we see coming down the pipe some point in the next 3-4 weeks.
Okay, Diana wants to know, and this is going to be a good one. Are we able to contact X Factor for home screen designs?
Sure, he's on the Facebook group. I loved his designs too. I was surprised he volunteered that. You guys, if there's some people that just get it, there's a couple of guys I've noticed on the Facebook group that just get the system. I know that everyone doesn't get it. Sometimes like new software takes time to get. For me, I'm good at software. I'm not good at design, but I'm good at picking up software really quickly. I don't like watching tutorials. I don't like reading, info things on how to do things. I like getting in there, getting my feet wet, figuring things out myself. That's the way I learn. People learn at different paces, but yeah, he gets it, and he's been really, really good. He's gave us this design, didn't charge us anything, but he's great. Reach out. There's other people in the group that have offered stuff.
Exactly.
This gentleman who did this is a great idea. We never thought of this. This is perfect. So you now need to know all the screen sizes you need when you're creating an app. I'd like to get one of these done nicely for us so we can provide to our people too. I forget the gentleman's name who did this, but yeah, there's lots of people.
I believe Stevie Q is also someone who talked about design screens, but I might be wrong. Okay, so Kevin has come back with this. Can we randomize quiz questions using the form builder? I think we've talked about this already. Is there a way to do a video for the login screen? Asks Robbie.
Right now, it's not in the build. We've had a couple of requests where we've done customizations. Again, that would be a case-by-case basis, but it's on the roadmap where people have asked for that, and it's at some point down the road we will.
Yeah. Okay.
There is a video holder placeholder like on the home screen. I'm not sure if everyone see this. We haven't really talked about this to be honest, but you see this home screen right here. So I can add a new thing, and I can make a video. So right here we've got a library of images. You can see a bunch of different images that we've got in the library, but when you click up here, you can select video, and now you see a bunch of different videos we've got in the system. You can add these videos onto the home screen of your apps. So let's say I want to select the scratch and win, and instead of making it multifunction, I'm going to make it a scratch card, right? So now when I hit submit, on the top of my app, it's going to look like this. The video playing at the top, it's a 9-10 second video, and then underneath it is the home screen, and it's just scrolling. So when I click on this video, it'll take me to the scratch card.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a really, really cool tool, the animation.
So Esam wants to know when the system sending an email, which email will be, all right, I need to read this again. When the system is sending an email, which email will be sent, which email will be sender email?
When the system sending an email?
When the system sending an email, which email will be sender email? Okay, so who's the sender email? Who's the send from email? So
right
from.
here.
So that's the one. Yeah.
Right here,
Okay.
from email from the name from.
Right, the name from. Okay, good. So is there any SMTP setup available? I think we talked about
this is done by our, you don't have to worry about that. We handle that.
Yeah. All right, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so Vinod wants to know, how do you handle a change in the menu?
A change in the menu?
Yes.
How do you handle it? So if we no longer offer cheese pizzas, for example, like that. So we would come into the, log into the system, go to the features, food ordering, go to the menu, and I can just delete the pizza now. Delete it.
Right.
It's gone.
Gone, yeah. All right. Or if you want to, so it's basically you need to, delete it, or maybe edit elements or something like that.
Yeah, you can edit it.
Yeah. All right. Michael wants to know, when setting up a notification, what is the difference between the push date, start date, and end date?
Good question.
Good question. So, yes, very good question.
Notifications are over here. Hit the add new button and the dates. So the push date. So let's say I want to do today, I would select today's date. I can schedule this to go in the future. I don't want it today. I want it to go on Halloween, tomorrow. I just select the date. If I'm doing it today, I would select today's date, obviously. The time, I could select any time, right? My time zone, I'm okay. The reward levels, you would hit all. Locations would be all. Tags, I'm not going to use any. Start date. So this basically tells the system how long the push notification should be in the notification screen in the app. So if I select today, and I want this to, it's a Halloween thing, I would say, it expires on Friday. So on Friday, this push notification will be out of the app. People won't be able to see it anymore. So it expires. It's done. And then I can put my short description. I can type in a message here, or I can select an image. An image, you can actually put your messaging, put a cool little image there. It looks a lot more professional when you're sending an image. The whole message can be on the image. And also when the image is there, if you select an image, you can put a URL. So let's say you're showcasing a product. They click on the push notification, it will take them to that link that whatever you provide here. You can do one or the other. You can't type and an image. You can do one or the other. Okay. So the push dates answer the question. The start date means it's going out today. The end date means how long this is going to be in the push notification screen of the app.
Right.
When you open the notification, you can go in there and you can read it. You can have a list of notifications there, and you'll see all that stuff. So if it's not, if it's expired, the users won't be able to see it. Again, this is the push date. So that means when this should go out. So if it's today, I would set this up. I don't think I can finish this thing in a second. I have to put a name here. See this short description. Test. Make it active and submit. Now I made it for today. I would just click this push link and it would push it right now. If it was set up for tomorrow, it would go on, whatever time you set it up for.
Okay, great. So JD wants to know, how can I view my app without going through the process of publishing my app? Change colors, add new features, etc.
Appetize.io.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Then can you show some of the functionality that you built in the simulator till the APK gets built? Okay, I think this was when the APK was getting built.
Can we show the functionality?
Yeah, that you built in a simulator.
Yeah, so everything that you build in the simulator can be shown. Absolutely. Right. Whatever function, this is a fully working app.
All right. So Mike wants to know, can you show the clientele feature? I don't know if you want to do this now because it might take a bit of time.
Clientele feature, let me see if I can quickly show that. Clientele feature is hooked up with the SMS. We need to figure out how we're going to be handling the SMS. Sorry. I have to go turn it on. Hang on a second.
If this is going to take long, maybe we should probably show this in a video rather than
Sure.
because there are a lot more questions.
I can do two at once. You want to go to the next question?
All right. Bob says, you did not answer my question completely. For surveys, you said there is a report, so I can export the information in that report so that I can track each user's response and answers to each question in my external database. I need more than just reading the report of the responses in the backend.
So you'll get each user's response in the back end, and you will also get, if you include the question, like again, using the example of what's your favorite color, if you have 5 colors listed, you can select in the form builder, show this question in the reports. And then you can see if you had 500 people respond, you could see how many people responded with each answer. That's available in the reporting section of the form builder.
Right.
There's 2 ways you can do it that way, then you also get each individual response as well.
Right. Okay. All right. Maurice wants to know, once you've created an app and have it successfully placed on the Google Store, if you need to make updates to that existing app, will the changes be reflected in the app on Google, or would one have to republish the app?
No, the only time again, we've answered this one before, only time you need to update the app is if there's a new feature released or the OS needs to be updated. That's it. Other time, when you turn something on, it will automatically be in the app right away if it's been
all right
built.
Okay, can you highlight on creating password and user information for clients is what Ventura wants to know.
Password and user information? So I guess what he means is when you're creating the account, right? So this, this is the username, this is the password. You create this when you're building the app. There's no real right or wrong way to do it. It's whatever you want to choose.
All right. Okay. Cindy wants to know, I think, we've answered this. Can you clarify the purpose of Firebase? So I'm just reading the next question. Yeah, go ahead.
Firebase is basically the push notifications for Android.
Oh, Richard wants to know, in the appointment booking, is there a way for customers to leave a review for employees that others can see? Example, if Mike does driveway repair, when people go to book Mike, they can see the reviews other customers left for Mike. Good one.
Yes, good question. Not at this point. Basically, the only thing that you'll be able to see is Mike's availability.
Right. Okay. Okay, Latina, something about an upgrade and a ticket. Yeah, sure. Please feel free to reach out and we'll take care. Okay, that Robbie says that's okay. The bulk of process was very helpful. Okay. Nick asks, sorry, did we say there are videos to show the steps for creating the apps? Yes, to get everything set up. And we have that, and I'll be sending a link out in a bit. Kirk says, this is exactly what I want. Awesome. Lurd says, please start over with the correct credentials. I think, I think what Lurd means is given the fact that we had different accounts out there. Yes, maybe we'll post, what we'll do, Nick, is we'll post a video showing all that. But it's great that what you're showing right now is fantastic. So let me just quickly show. Hold on, could you go down, please? Could you go down or go up? You see these videos, the top 6 ones, yeah, which have quick start on them. So this is the quick start set of videos that have quick start logging on, dashboard walkthrough. Then there's workflow part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. And those are the videos that I'm actually referring to. And if you go through them, this is going to be awesome for you. And you know exactly. This is a step by step. Maybe workflow number 5 will be added to this as well. So this is an amazing set of videos that I really recommend everyone to go.
Very slowly.
Yes. So okay. Then Firebase and extra costs. I think we've had this several times over now. Tony Q says you need to do this over. I'm getting very confused now. Lost me. Watch the replay, Tony, and if there are questions, please feel free to reach out. Okay, so Latina has some. Yes, please repost on Facebook. Yes, we're going to do that. Can you post the FB group link here? Yes, I'll do that in a minute. Image cheat sheet needed. Yes, that'll also be in the FB group. Okay. Good for you for fixing things like you mentioned, says Steve. Thank you very much, Steve. Much appreciated. David says my AppsKitPro account. Not sure what you mean, but awesome. So the Facebook group name is AppsKitPro VIP. So I don't know, Nick, if you are you on Facebook? Given the fact that you're sharing your screen, maybe you can just.
I don't have my account logged in right now.
All right, no worries. So let's I'll send a link out later. So Simeon says, I actually still don't get why it didn't work. Must the JSON file be created from the similar account?
Yes, the JSON file, the log. If you see over here, I'm logged in as support. I'm not logged in with the AppsKitPro developer account. If you have a conflict, if it's off by a character or whatever, then it will not work. So yes, this needs to match with this in your profile, and it doesn't. So I'm gonna have to create a new account.
Okay, good. So Steve says very important that it shows what's wrong when something doesn't work. So actually the fact that the accounts weren't matched was actually a good learning, yes. Nick, because so that's perfectly fine. So after this webinar, we'll obviously be posting the recording, but Nick, if you could go ahead also and do a quick video of when the accounts are matched.
Yep.
As to what it looks like, and we'll upload that in the Facebook group and on the YouTube channel, so everybody sees that again. So I'm really excited that we're providing all kinds of trainings that is required for you guys to get started. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Latina says is really excited about this software. That's awesome. Michael, that's you. Yes, that is you. Awesome. The Facebook group, Mohammed, I have sent you the link privately. This is so helpful, JC says. Thank you very much, JC. Fantastic. Kevin says container apps. Can that emulate a multi-vendor marketplace concept? Container apps is a big topic. I don't know if you want to discuss this now.
Yeah, we're trying to do something in a week or two with the people that have the container app functionality.
Correct.
So it's a lot more complicated, and it requires a full kind of episode or webinar just dedicated to that. And there's not everyone on this call has that. So we're going to reach out to the people that have the container app functionality and set something up specifically for them, so we can do a build with that and they can understand it.
So I'll just say two sentences about that. This is for the Academy and certification program members, and an email has gone out to you already today with a link to the introductory session. And please be sure to join that session, because one of the things that we will be covering in that program, and that's a very extensive a set of trainings that you're going to be a part of, where we're going to be providing detailed knowledge and information about how you can build a full business based on that, and the container app is a part of that as well. So it requires a lot of a lot more exposure and training, and that's exactly what you're going to get over there. Okay, so CC wants to know, do we have a roadmap for future features? How about PWA? So we do. Yeah.
Sorry, PWA is not really in the immediate future. We talked about that.
Yeah.
We prefer the native experience to over the PWA, but it's something that we're talking about, but no real set date for that. We will look at how we're going to be releasing new things. That hasn't been really. We've got a roadmap. We haven't released it yet, and we will do that internally first. Kind of figure that out, and then release it to everybody at that point once it's figured out internally.
Okay, great, fantastic. So I actually lost that question right there. Michael says that those are my images in the Facebook group. Yes, Michael, we know. You'll update and repost. That is so awesome. Yes, please do that. Can you do it without a replay? No. Can you do it without a play account is what?
No.
Jeffrey, no. So
you need a Google developer account. You can't publish these apps without that.
Okay, besides natives, are there other types of apps? Yes, there are, but I think we won't go into the educational part of that, of progressive apps, web apps, hybrid apps. There are many kinds. So yes. Can we buy individual templates? Asks Tony Q. Not sure what you mean by buying individual templates.
The home screen templates. Again, we have in-house designer. There's a couple guys on the Facebook group that have started offering those services. X Factor guy's one. The Stevie Q guy, he did the same thing. So you can reach out to those guys if you're not good at design. Like me, I would never even attempt to start with design. I always source it out and get it done.
True, very true. It's what we also say in the new training videos. We think we're good with design and we try to do something, but the thing is that the designs need to be awesome. App designs need to be really, really, really good and attractive for your app to be successful as well. So, and that's actually the only thing that you need, because everything else is just drag and drop, like we've been showing you. All right.
Any more? I got a couple minutes left before we jump on another call.
Yes, I know.
Any more important questions?
Yeah, just this is a bit of a long one. I have a business directory, says Luis, and I'd really like the yellow page feature. I was looking for a Yelp cone, but this is a cleaner and simpler. I'd like to be able to make the same directory viewable on my website. Yep,
you can do that. Same thing that we showed you with the food order system. At the bottom of the page, or there should be a link. If there's not there, we can absolutely do that. You reach out to us when you create it in your account, then we will go in there and show you the URL link that you can get for your Yellow Pages site.
Okay, great, fantastic. Let's take one more and then we'll wrap it up.
I'm just looking at my phone. I apologize. Just somebody on the group, Facebook group, said he just sold an app for $3,500 to a local auto body shop. His name is Leon.
Yes.
With $80 per month maintenance. Woohoo! My wife asked me, "Do you know how to do that?" And I said, "Not yet." So people out there that it's great that they're doing this kind of stuff.
Yes, it's actually
that's a big number. $3,500.
Yep.
Definitely done, or to get the home screen done really nicely and make it a beautiful product and share it with the rest of us.
Right. Awesome, fantastic. I mean, there are many more questions than we have time to answer them today. So I think we're already 2 hours now into this. So I think we should be, we'll finish this session now. Yes, Mohammed, thank you very much. Mohammed says, I'm really excited to work with professionals like you. Fantastic. So please reach out if you have any questions.
What we can do, Samir, too, is we can make this like a weekly or bi-weekly thing. As you guys get more comfortable with the system, there will be different types of questions you'll have rather than the basic how-tos. So we can do this bi-weekly. and you know, we can share ideas, tips, whatever you want to call it, and help the community grow and profit from the system.
Right. So, I mean, if you have questions, you know, just go ahead and ask these exact same questions that we were not able to answer in this session on the Facebook group, and we'll try to answer them over there. But it's a great idea, Nick. You know, we plan to do that in any case. You know, to have more training sessions, so we'll do that. You know, I'm seeing statements like that from Bob Jones that we still don't seem to understand what he wants with the form. So then, you know, please feel free to ask in the group, and we'll be sure to answer your questions there. Okay, so with that said, thank you very much, everybody, for joining. And thanks to you, Nick, as well, for walking us through this in detail. And we're getting, you know, our backlog with support and account creation has, you know, we've been able to work through this very well. So that's looking great. And you know, going forward, we'll be able to respond to you very fast as well. So please reach out, you know, on the Facebook group. I think you can even send messages to the group, and you know, the admins can take a look at that. So, you know, that's another way to reach out to us if there's anything. All right, with that said, I'm going to wrap this up, and thank you very much. And I'll post a link of the recording in the group, and also in the and send it to you by email. That said, thanks very much. Have a great one.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.